Hey, my name is STIX and welcome back to another weekly bite of MMORPG news. We've had a busy couple weeks. We've had new MMO announcements, we've had MMOs entering beta tests, we've had MMOs released into early access. Today, we're going to cover every bit of MMO news that mattered to me that I think you need to be actively aware of. And moving forward, we're going to be tackling the MMO news series a little bit differently. And you're about to see how that is. Before we go ahead and jump into today's video though, I want to take a moment here to thank today's sponsor, a unique free-to-play hack and slash action MMO that I have dedicated far too many hours to over the course of my life, Elsword. If you've been putting off playing Elsword or have been waiting for the opportune time to come back, I'd urge you to go ahead, click the link in the description and the pinned comment below, because honestly, this is the perfect time to. Why? Because there are a ton of events to help you out. The super growth event that'll help you unlock skills and provide a more rapid advancement of your character, including powerful weapons and gear, potions and gear enhancement materials, allowing you to progress faster. The Keep Calm and Level On event, the Powerful Punch Master event, the Power of Soul event. Elsword is an MMO truly unlike any other, providing players a total of 56 different classes split between 14 different characters, each with 4 distinct paths to take, allowing you to play whoever you want, however you want, and that's a whole lot of freedom. Combined with a cute 2.5D anime aesthetic, this is a game and an update that you're not gonna wanna miss. And don't. Again, if you've never played or you're interested in playing, then you know exactly how to by clicking that link in the description and the pinned comment below. I cannot stress that there's no better time to than right now. Instead of covering 5 to 8 different games that I think mattered to me or that I were specifically interested in, I figure we're going to cover more, but at the same time, less. Instead of dedicating a minute or so to each update for each respective game, we're going to condense things and cover significantly more games. Today, we're starting with Wayfinder. Wayfinder launched into early access recently, had a bit of a rocky start, but it ended up stabilizing. Players were happy. Unfortunately, concurrent player numbers are not looking too good for the game, but with regular updates and its free-to-play release, I'm sure they will pick up significantly. The updates in question have been made public in the form of a roadmap, which seems to be introducing things like the awakening system, raids, hard mode hunts, job board, new weapons, hookshot respecs, version 2 of the ecosystem, new zones, 2.0 pet system, housing updates. They're working on a lot of new content, so there is plenty to look forward to. And here's a little bit of drama from the Elder Scrolls Online. One of the devs made a community post over on the Elder Scrolls Online forums, going on to state that they are pausing in-game gifting via the Crown Store for the foreseeable future due to ongoing fraudulent behavior, which means that you cannot gift to friends or guildmates or anyone via the Crown Store. They have yet to address how they're going to remedy the situation or when they plan on remedying the situation, but for the time being, we're screwed. For fans of Final Fantasy XIV, well, you already probably know this, but for those of you that don't, the next letter from the producer live will be held on September 23. I know a lot of people are going to be streaming this. We don't personally stream it because honestly, MRSSSTIX is a hardcore Final Fantasy player here. She plays Savage and Ultimate Raids. I kind of gave up with Extreme Trials because I just couldn't for the life of me deal with having to, because I was a warrior main and the people in pugs could just not shirk aggro for boss fights, and it killed me a little bit inside. Gloria Victis is shutting down. This is a game that has been going for a long time, or at least it was in some kind of test environment or early access phase for a long time. It officially launched, I think, like a year or so ago, and admittedly did not do very good. And as of August 31st, they made the announcement that they are shutting down the game, which is very disappointing because I played Gloria Victis. Yeah, it wasn't the best MMO. Yeah, it was kind of it was an average MMO even at its best, but at the same time, it wasn't bad. So it's kind of it's kind of sad to see it shut down. Aion has not been in a good state for probably a decade or more now. And as of August 25th, Wisp, one of the devs over on the Aion forums, made a post going on to confirm that due to player suggestion, they have decided to proceed with the consolidation of several servers in Aion Classic. Aion Classic, of course, being the older, less damaged, less shitty version of Aion. This is the version that they believe would be the savior of Aion by releasing it in a form where it was still semi-popular. These merges will be happening on September 19th. So be aware the game may go down and may remain down for an elongated period of time. New World announced on August 30 their Rise of the Angry Earth expansion. This is the game's very first paid expansion, launching on October 3rd, where players will be able to discover the story behind the fall of the First Light and the rise of the Elysian Wilds. They are transforming zones, so I think kind of like Cataclysm in World of Warcraft. They are going to be introducing mounts for faster travel, a new flail weapon, new gear rarity called artifact progression changes, but the most important thing here is mounts. Running around in New World was always a little bit of an arduous process, so the introduction of mounts making things much faster means that I am actually kind of looking forward to getting back into the game. I didn't play it since its launch week, but I look forward to getting back in and actually traversing the world at a moderate pace. Throne and Liberty announced on the 29th that they're going to be holding a confidential technical test. This is a test that is going to be behind an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement. What that means is that if I were to get into the test phase, I wouldn't be able to talk about it. I wouldn't be able to share screenshots. I wouldn't be able to say these are the features that are present in it. These are what I experienced, or these are the things that I think need improvement. You can't say anything. The test is going to be specific to the US on PC, PS5, Xbox Series XS. It will run September 19th through October 3rd. That is a 2-week test period. That is a long time. You'll receive your invitation via email by September 14th. That is roughly a week from now. Once again, do note they will have an NDA in place, so if you do share information, share screenshots, or share footage online, you could be in a lot of legal trouble. That's why I don't really care to get into the test phase myself. Then we have a brand new immersive MMORPG set in the mystical world of Eternia. You can engage in epic quests, intense combat, and shape your destiny. I think this is probably an indie game using store assets. Either way, there's a planned release date for April 18th, 2024. It's a little under a year away. If the gameplay on screen right now looks at all exciting to you, which admittedly it does not for me, but if it does for you, you know when you can play it. Blue Protocol is in trouble, but Amazon is working with Bandai before global release. So if it wasn't already evident, there have been a lot actually of news articles and videos released about interviews, discussions that were had at Gamescom 2023 with the studio behind Blue Protocol. And admittedly, the reception of these interviews, these videos were mixed. If you're interested, you can actually find various different summaries over on the Blue Protocol subreddit. That is, of course, reddit.com/r/Blue Protocol PC. There are a lot of active discussions going on there, and a hot waifu in a bikini. I like that. How many of you remember Sky Children of the Light? This is an MMO that I covered years ago when it launched. And as of August 26th, they actually set a Guinness World Record for the most users in a concert-themed virtual world. That is absolutely crazy. Not only that, not only did they set a record for most concurrent users in a virtual concert, but they also announced that after all this time, they're launching onto Steam, which means you're gonna be able to play this absolutely beautiful, very unique looking, very unique playing MMO on PC, but not just PC. It'll be playable on the Switch, on mobile, PS4, PS5, and PC total. And as of September 5th, they have reached 250,000 wish lists. That is crazy. Ashfall, which admittedly MRSSTIX actually did a video over on this channel just 2 weeks ago covering, I think, 2 weeks roughly, 30 or 40 hours worth of time spent in that game during its closed beta. I urge you to go ahead and watch that video if you want an update on what's going on and whether you should be excited for it or not. Has confirmed that as of December 2023 or January 2024, they're going to be holding another closed beta test. For better or for worse, Netmarble, who is the studio behind Ni no Kuni Cross Worlds, which is that NFT-ridden garbage cross-platform MMO that actually had a lot of potential, confirmed that as of the 6th of September, a brand new 7 Nights game was releasing. 7 Nights, of course, is an MMO franchise. This looks like it is set in the same world as 7 Nights. It's called Raising 7 Nights. I would not advise you play it. The only reason I'm talking about it is because it's a new release and therefore it kind of needs to be talked about. We need to know that it's there so we can actively avoid it. PSO2 New Genesis confirmed in September 2023 they're going to be releasing their brand new, oh, actually, wait, September 6th. It's September 6th as of recording right now. So they confirmed that they released their brand new autumn themed update. There are new events to play through, new items available for scratch tickets, the Moonlight, the self-proclaimed sexy Japanese inspired outfits. They are literally, the Microsoft published game is touting there are sexy Japanese there are sexy outfits. Are they for real? Is this game rated like T for teen? 17 plus? Wait, that's New Genesis. It's rated M for mature. Wow, okay, that is shocking news to me. Then we have Cinderstone Online. I covered this video covered this game in 2 different videos over the course of the last year. And as of September 5th, the game is launched. It actually, out of nowhere, this MMO launched. I had no idea it was even launching, so I'm very impressed to see this. But what I'm more impressed by, and I'm actually kind of disappointed with at the same time, is because not only could you buy Founders Packs, and I strongly urged against buying Founders Packs because I didn't like what they were doing with them, but what surprises me the most is that there is a 24-hour peak of 7 players. This game released over 24 hours ago, and the maximum number of players is 7. Dungeons consist of like 5 to 6 people. How are you supposed to get anything done or complete anything when there's no one to actively do it with? I'm gonna be honest here. This is probably like several of the developers and maybe their friends that they gifted copies of the game to. There was actually an all-time peak of 15 players 3 months ago. That was during, I think, its test phase. So this game is unfortunately completely dead. NetEase have announced that they are actually creating a brand new MMO studio, T-0 Entertainment, with Rich Vogel. Rich Vogel was, of course, one of the people behind Ultima Online, Star Wars Galaxies, Meridian 59, and Star Wars The Old Republic. This new studio is stationed in Austin, Texas, and their first game is going to be an ambitious third-person online multiplayer action game set in a sci-fi universe with a brand new original IP, which massively OP are labeling an MMO. They're claiming it's going to be an online multiplayer game. What that could mean is that 2-player online co-op, 200-player online co-op, 2,000-player online co-op, which could be an MMO. Very little is known about the game specifically, but it is interesting that we have a big name behind it. The studio, that is. Tower Fantasy just released version 3.2, which is completely shocking to me because I just got through 3.1, I think, like a week ago, and 3.1 was literally just like a zone and Zeke's backstory. But 3.2 brings the entire map of Joltville to Domain 9, which I'm actually very excited to get to explore. They added a new main story, Domain 9 Joltville Clouds, which includes Joltville side missions. They added a new world boss, new Smalcrum Huang. This guy better be hung. No, this character is definitely not hung. They introduced Frontier Clash seasonal update, new enemies, adjusted difficulties, new artificial island home farming gameplay, etc, etc. I feel like I need to mention this Project Mugen. I did a video just a couple days, well, 8 days ago over on this channel titled Project Mugen, everything you need to know going into 2024. The reason I did that video and the reason why I've included it is because originally Project Mugen was being developed as an MMO. It is no longer being developed as an MMO. We don't even know if the game is going to have multiplayer functionality in it anymore, but it was originally developed as an MMO. The reason I'm stressing this is because people are going around on Discord claiming that I am making the false claim that it is an MMO when it is not. I've never stated that, and I'm stating it here once again, reiterating this is not an MMO. Seriously, it might have 2-player co-op, 4-player co-op, a dozen-player co-op, no co-op whatsoever. But this is a brand new upcoming open world action anime RPG in an urban setting that actually looks pretty phenomenal. I urge you to go ahead and check out my big everything you need to know going into 2024 video, because you need to be aware of it. You need to play this game, seriously. And finally, for those of you that played Moonlight Sculptor, I didn't think this was a bad game. I even went as far as taking a sponsorship for it when it came out years ago globally. But there's a sequel coming called Dark Gamer, releasing on September 13th, or a new version of Moonlight Sculptor, rather. The game is pre-registration, pre-downloads available if you're interested in checking it out. This is specific to Korea, I believe. And that is everything. That is everything that happened over the course of the last roughly 2 weeks that I thought were interesting enough to include in this video. I'm curious what you guys think of the new format. Again, covering a much more diverse selection of MMOs, but also condensing things into maybe only 10 to 20 second segments instead of stretching each one out to 45 seconds to a minute and only having like 6 to 8 games to talk about. And if none of these games look at all interesting to you, then absolutely no problem. I got 2 different videos on screen right now that hopefully might be of more interest to you.